all around your eyes. That's the way your eyes absorb light and have the ability to store light, and how thoughts operate in a matrix to force elementals to become attracted to the template that the thought creates. Our bodies will begin to feel the adjustment process. So all you out there eating that pork juice sandwich and flipping them Mickey D burgers, y'all better put that shit down, because you're going to start oinking instead of talking. Okay? There will be a physiological and psychological clearing. A lot of people who seem to be sane going to look crazy and start acting crazy. You're going to want to know why they have this split personality is going to start showing up on people, and it's going to be in the least likeliest person. I may start flipping out. You may start seeing me talking all kind of shit, and you say I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. Sometimes the language of other dimensional overlaps. See, this dimensional overlap is happening like this. And sometimes when your body is in tune with the overlap, the space-time reference in which language delineates the reality, and where language puts a solidity to the reality, that doesn't apply. Where language now tries to define what it is that it's feeling, there is no language for what we're about to experience. We have to disassemble the reality by the way we have assembled it verbally, and reassemble it using what we do have of language to try to identify what it is that we are feeling in the new time. The shift in the frequency output will occur from the planets in our solar system, aligning to the frequency shift in other solar systems. So I'm saying that there is no planetary alignment. This whole alignment is a galactic alignment of solar systems and constellations. Constellations are being put in place to reposition us. A whole new respatiation of light fixtures. We look up in the sky dead at night up in Alaska, and you will see the sky has fixtures of light. And these fixtures of light have to do with the coding of our DNA, of the way light affects us, and how we translate light into consciousness. Many will feel the effects of the shift gradually. Others will feel it radically. Some people will fall out and start doing the break dancing. Or don't know why they start to shaking and feeling it all up their spine. Some of the effects over the next few months will be disorientation and lack of coordination. So if you couldn't dance before, you're really fucked now. If you can't stand up and walk straight, learn to do it now, because over the next few months, you're going to start seeing yourself teeter-tottering like you're drunk, like something wrong with you. Your ability to see distances or to measure distances in relationship to yourself may shift, and you may find yourself reaching for something that's farther from you than it is, thinking that it's closer. Okay? You'll end up having flu symptoms and sicknesses where you never had them before, at times of the year where you never had them before. The flu symptoms are actually a clearing, a physiological clearing. The cells know what time it is, even if you don't. So the cells are saying, hey, I have a directive and an imperative. Time to clean all this shit up. Time to get all of this junk out. Time to renovate. Time to throw out. Spring cleaning. Get rid of all of what it is you have as your past angers, as your past disorientation. If there's anybody you got that's been a pain in the ass now for the last 5, 10 years, get rid of them. Goodbye. Because the thing that you have at this point, the consciousness, the state of mind that you have at this point, is what's going to be amplified in the next few months. So start thinking some real sweet thinking, some sweet thoughts. Our emotions will quickly become the visible symptoms of disease. So again, if you're holding on to any kind of emotion based upon loved ones, based upon your work, based upon your place in reality, it's time for you to make an assessment of what those emotions have been doing to you, because you're going to see a huge jump in cancer diseases, in the amount of migraine headaches, in the amount of problems with the eyes especially, because the seeing, the part of your brain that is supposed to be getting adjusted to a whole new light code, if this instrument ain't working properly, and if your heart and your liver and everything is not working in conjunction, then you're going to start seeing all kind of hazes before your eyes, spots before your eyes. Rashes will be coming up on your skin. This is another clearing from the lungs, because all these toxins and poisons are changing the value of consciousness. The toxins that you're breathing in have different types of chemicals that were purposefully put into the air, that was set into your communities, the type of gasoline they got coming into your community versus the type of gasoline they got going out in the outer community. All these different things are going to start showing up for that asthma and all kinds of skin rashes. And watch for discoloration of dark folks. Discoloration of dark folks. And sisters who are into oiling and boiling their hair, I'm telling you, you're going bald. You're going to watch out, getting those processes. Y'all better start doing some natural shit and stop trying to imitate these white women. Blisters will be coming up on your body. The sun today is not the type of sun our ancestors used to decode the information that we are now studying. This sun is a purging sun. So dark folks got to go out protecting themselves from the sun as well. We got to be really, really careful with this sun. This sun is the sun that's come to burn up the dross. This sun has come to clean out all the shit that you've been eating in your body, all the wrong thoughts that are coming out as your symptoms. All of these things are now going to come to the surface, and they're going to sit at the surface of your skin. And if your sun is there, which is the purging sun, if you're wrong and your shit is all screwed up and your thinking and your mental framework is all fucked up, it's going to show up on your skin as blisters, and you're going to sunburn just like the cracker. Ringing in your ear. There'll be a lot of ringing in people's ears. That's because your ancestors' energies are going to be resurfacing. If you're in there in the Christian church singing and talking and glory hallelujah, you're going to start getting headaches. Your back's going to start hurting. Your belly's going to start hurting. Your head's going to start hurting because you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. Realigning to your ancestors' language, to your ancestors' songs, to your ancestors' names. If you do not realign to the ancestors' information as they put it down, the lie that this European gave to you will become your demise. I'm saying this, and I'm real with this. You've got to start dealing with your ancestors' sounds, languages, tones, and with their clothing. Start putting up frequencies and vibrations that were based upon how your ancestors interpreted the reality of their time, of their world. Because that was a harmonic that was struck based upon energies that your ancestors had given to you from their interpretation. The psyche of your ancestors interpreted the reality from inside out, whereas this Caucasoid, based upon his calcified pineal, couldn't interface with the language of his psyche or the language of the image that was giving him the information. So what he did was he gave an idea to what he thought he saw. So what you got is this Greco-Roman Platonic view of the world. Everything he describes of the symbols of reality is based upon his given idea. He stamps reality with his definitions of it. Bam, bam. So now the earth is going through all kind of changes because his view of the world don't fit with what reality is. So he's polluting and fucking shit up. So now the earth is saying, this is bullshit. This is a Sith. Whereas your Mother Nature, which is your ancestors' information, you interpreted reality based upon the symbol telling you what it was. In other words, the principle that conveyed the symbol is what told you what that symbol meant. So you had a more basic and truer understanding of what it is that nature was telling you she was, not what you had made of a supposition and based upon your opinion and interpretation. So until you go back to seeing the world based upon the view of your ancestors and begin to understand her evolution as well as yours, you're gonna go ahead with the waste and the byproducts, and you're gonna go under with this European view of the world, because that's what's being destroyed. It's not the European